wounds analyzed, little guy?
Okay, let's see. Radially expanding wounds. It's very similar to Aiden's injuries, though the explosion itself seems a little smaller.
If the wounds are the same shape, the reason why should be obvious. These wounds can tell us that... Yes, this victim was killed by a close-range explosion as well. At first glance, it looks like the same method was used. I should compare the two to learn more. Yes, these two can be put together. Aiden Posner and Stephen Eldred. The conditions of both explosions were the same, and both explosions were about the same strength. There's a good chance that these two deaths were caused by the same person after all. These pieces of metal were found at both Aiden's and Stephen's deaths. Material analysis showed that both pieces were chemically identical. That means... Yes, it's quite likely that both pieces were cut from common steel pipes. There's something else we discovered about the metal fragments. That is... Indeed. Black powder was used as the propellant for both explosions. The same components, the same metal casing. The bombs in these cases are the same type of explosive. Fine. Yes, these two can be put together. They both have carbon dust on their fingertips, but there's something quite different between the two of them. That is... Yes. The substance was on Aiden's right hand, but on Stephen's left. So many similarities and one difference. This bothers me a little. Hey, little guy, there's something I want to ask you.
Yes? What is it?
Did you know the victim at all before the bombing?
Huh? No, I've never seen him before.
I thought so. That makes this a little odd.
Odd how?
The revolutionary did give advance notice about his next target. Still, the victim this time is obviously different from his previous ones.
What's different about it?
It's... That was careless. That's it. A politician, a celebrity, and an athlete. All the other victims up until now were in the public eye. This bombing killed an ordinary college student with no notoriety at all.
That's true of Nellie Blanchett.
Perhaps this was a copycat crime after all, or perhaps has the raging bomber changed his modus operandi?
Modus operandi. What?
We might be wrong to assume that. Maybe the reasoning behind his previous victims wasn't that they were famous.
In any case, we have to continue investigating. Keep finding out whatever you can. Let me know if you learn anything.
Understood. I'll do that.
What am I supposed to be doing? That's hilarious.
There is something we can deduce using this information. The raging bomber is believed to have been responsible for 4 bombs. Of the 2 cases that I've been investigating, the 3rd and 4th victims, both bombs were made of a metal pipe and used black powder. Also, the wounds on the victims have another similarity. That is... Yes, the wounds on the bodies help us determine the strength of the explosions. It turns out that both corpses had almost the exact same wounds. Materials, propellants, power. They all point to the idea that the 2 bombs were virtually identical. Another similarity in the 2 cases is the victim's distance from the bomb. Both Aiden and Stephen had been... Concentrate. Yes, both of them were very close to the bombs when they went off. Same bomb, same delivery method. This all draws us to a logical conclusion that...
It's all evidence.
Indeed. It seems safe to think that these two murders were the work of the same person. Little guy, can I borrow you for a moment?
Yes, of course. Do you need me to look at something?
Can you take a close look at this guitar?
Of course. I am a professional after all. I can be impartial.
Please do, then. What can you tell me about it?
There's not much I can say other than... Oh, wait a moment.
Found something?
Yes. Looks like this guitar was played by someone other than Ben Frank.
So, what does that mean? Is the guitar a fake?
No, of course not. The scratches, the wear, everything says it's the real deal. But Ben Frank is right-handed, and this guitar has been set to be played by someone who's left-handed.
The guitar's set for a left-handed player? The difference between right and left-handed guitars is...
String words.
Yes, the string order is reversed, depending on the dominant hand.
I'm surprised you knew that, Dr. Kimishima. When the thinner strings are on the right, it's for right-handed players. It's the opposite for left-handers.
The fourth victim owned this guitar. I doubt that he would lend his $100,000 guitar to anyone else. That makes it likely that Stephen Eldred was... left-handed, right. That information could prove useful. These two may lead us to learn something new. The third victim, Aiden Posner, the callus on his palm is proof of his dominant arm. That would mean he was... Correct. He was right-handed. The fourth victim, Stephen Eldred, his guitar tells us which is his dominant hand. That would be his... Yes. The guitar had been strung for a left-handed player. The famous musician the guitar belonged to was a right-hander. If anyone were to change the strings, it would be the current owner. Thus, we can reason that Stephen Eldred was himself left-handed. I wonder if this difference will be any help in this investigation. I think these may help us get closer to solving the mystery. Both the third and fourth victims had carbon dust on their fingers, but the locations of the dust are the major difference between them. On the other hand, we've learned about a difference between Aiden and Stephen. The two victims had different dominant hands. From these two facts, we can tell that the carbon dust was...
It's only evidence.
Indeed, it was on each victim's dominant hand. I think we've gotten a little closer to figuring out the meaning behind the carbon dust.
Dr. Kimishima, we found out more about that man.
What man? Who are you talking about?
Oh, Michael Lang. He really does work for loan and taxes.
So that is a real company. Is that his real name?
Yes, though what he does is barely considered legal.
Huh. If that's the case, is there the slightest chance that he's the bomber?
I don't know about that. I'll send you the recording of his interrogation anyway. Please listen to it when you have time.
Got it. Even if he isn't the culprit, he can at least tell us more about the victim. There's no reason to not listen to what he had to say.
Yes, that's correct. I'm his financial agent. He's dead. That's a problem. If that's true, our company will be greatly affected. It seems you don't know, but Mr. Eldred, he owes us $100,000, including interest, of which he has paid $25,000, leaving $75,000. The raging bomber. Well, I've seen the name in the news. This will be problematic. We'll have to take on the dead then. We extremely regret having to hear about something like this. Yes, it's true that we issue unsecured loans. Still, there's no reason to loan money to people with no means of repaying that debt. In all honesty, Mr. Eldred agreed to make a down payment of $10,000 for the loan. Not only did he make that initial payment, he paid $5,000 the first month and another $10,000 the next. source of income. I'm sorry, but our consumer financial group does not surge within other people's private concerns. Yes, we did loan $100,000 to Mr. Eldred. This was based on the assumption that he could repay the loan. We killed Mr. Eldred? You must be joking. If we killed off our customers, we'd never reclaim what was owed to us. I'd say that we take a much more pragmatic approach. Oh, Dr. Kimishima, I have additional information about Michael Lang. He's a veteran loan shark who's been working with loan and taxes for the past 12 years.
I see. It looks like we'll need to do some investigating into the victim as well.
You mean Stephen Eldred?
Right. He doesn't fit the pattern of the previous fallen victim. For example, right. He's the only one who wasn't particularly well known. Why would the bomber target him at all? If we can figure out why, I think we'll see a great deal of progress in this case. There's more to it than that, though. The victim himself made some unanswered questions. According to Michael Lang, the man from Loan and Taxes, Stephen was $100,000 in debt. The reason for that is that's a likely possibility. The value and the amount he owes fit together. Still, how can an ordinary student get such a substantial loan? The reason must be because indeed, there was a deposit made to his account, a large one of unknown origin. That was why the loan shark accepted his means of repaying the debt. This led to Stephen being loaned the $100,000. The more we investigate, the cloudier the truth gets.
Dr. Kimishima, can you hear me?
I'm listening. What is it?
I've asked for another recording from HQ.
A recording of what?
That revolutionary guy. I thought it might be of some use to us. I ordered a copy of the announcement he made before Hayden Posner was killed.
I see. I'll check it out.
Hey! It's me, the revolutionary! What? Am I being recorded? Oh man, this sucks. I'm embarrassed that you're taping my voice. Doesn't matter anyway, though. You'll never catch me. I mean, that singer died because you morons are so incompetent. You can't stop me. Do the ignorant masses out there hear that? Here's a little hint. Next up is an athlete. Who? Well, I can't tell you. Think about it yourselves. And, oh, never mind. Well then, good luck!
Little guy,
Yes? What is it?
I've listened to the revolutionary statement. Did anything strike you as odd?
Odd? Odd like how?
Oh, maybe I'm just imagining things. It just seems strange to me.
Huh. I didn't notice anything.
All right, I'll listen to it again and pay close attention. Yes, this is the place. It sounds like he was rushed at the end of his statement. I wonder why. I wonder what was happening. We need to figure out what was going on at that moment. Hey, little guy, what's your opinion on this?
It does seem like something caught his attention and he wanted to finish quickly.
Why would he do that? Can we think of any possibilities?
Maybe someone interrupted him? Or he spilled coffee on his desk?
There's no way to prove those, though. We need evidence of some kind.
Yeah.
Well, let's check the spectrogram of the recording. I'll put emphasis on the background and reprocess it to make background noise easier to hear.
Yes, that would be helpful. Send me the revised recording when you're done.
All right. I'll find the data in the recorder.
Good. Let's listen to it again, and be aware for anything going on in the background. That sound. I've heard it somewhere before. I think it was... That's right. That's the same sound as Stephen Eldred's phone. What does that mean, though? Why is the fourth victim's phone heard in the background of the revolutionary's threat?
Solid evidence.
Stephen Alford, the fourth victim, had been periodically receiving large deposits from an unknown source. The voice we hear in the recording of the revolutionary is not digitally altered. A distinctive sound, like the victim's phone, can be heard in the background of the recording. The most likely answer we can deduce from these facts is that
Who's Mac existed? Solid evidence.
That's right. The fourth victim, Stephen Eldred, he was the revolutionary. Little guy, I'm borrowing the recorder.
Where are you going, Dr. Kimishima?
I'm going back to the revolutionary's room. There's something I want to confirm.
Hey, Dr. Kimishima!
The analysis says this computer should be voice activated. It used to belong to the fourth victim who lived here. If that person really was the revolutionary,
Hello? Hey! You listening? It's the revolutionary!
Why is the game's access is why is it displaying my melody?
show yourself, raging bomber.
In round 2.
Dr. Kimishima, where are you right?
He got me. The bomber's someone else.
Oh, what do you mean?
We've got to start the investigation over from scratch. Tell headquarters not to let their guard down. Ugh, I've been completely fooled. How could I let this happen?
Which is smarter than I. Because terrorists are smarter. They're clever, they.
Hello, Naomi. It's me.
Yes. Hello, Melissa. What's wrong?
You don't look happy. Did something happen?
It's nothing. I'm all right.
Really? Come on. I'm your friend. I gotta help you out.
Thank you. You're a very kind little girl.
Excuse me, can I bother you for a moment?
Of course. How may I help you?
Do you know where I can drop a delivery for Dr. Kimishima?
I'm Kimishima. I'll take it.
Curious foolish.
Really? Perfect timing. Here's your package.
Gabe? I wonder if it's the test results.
Oh, can you sign here, please?
This is pretty low tech. What happened to the digital pads?
I'm sorry, mine's broken right now. Anyway, thanks.
Did you get something? Who's it from?
Yes, it's from a friend of mine.
Wow! Look, Naomi! A big-tastic teddy bear!
Big-tastic
It's so
isn't a word.
cute.
Big-tastic isn't a word.
But why would he send me this? Carbon dust.
That was in fact.
Don't tell me. Alyssa? Alyssa! 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 Dr. Kimishima! No, stay down! Let go of me! It's my fault!
Okay. Next time on Trauma Team, we'll be doing Blade of Resolve. See you guys then.